it's Reija, and it's time for another Top 5 Wednesday. Just a heads up that I'm using a new microphone, so if my audio sounds a little bit different, that's probably it. This week's topic is about the top 5 books that would make for great video games. And I absolutely love this topic. For one, I have grown up on video games. I started with Amiga 500 and also dabbled a bit with Commodore 64 and then moved on to console and PC gaming. And I devote almost as much time to gaming as I do to books. So I have a lot of thoughts about this subject. And I even have the right kind of shirt. So yeah, on to the topic. First up, I want to mention This Savage Song by V.E. Schwab. And I think this book would make for a great survival horror. The book is set in a city which has suffered through civil war, and there are monsters in it, so I get a kind of Resident Evil vibe or a Silent Hill kind of vibe from this book, and I think it would work really well as a survival horror. Second up is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Now, this book would work very well as a point-and-click adventure, kind of in the vein of Monkey Island or Sam & Max, but with a kind of dark and twisty theme. I would think that it would be very well suited to the kind of eerie, dreamlike qualities of the book. Third up, A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin would make an excellent Civilization or Crusader Kings type of game. The series already has a lot of characters, a lot of different families fighting each other. Basically, you have factions already built into the core of that book series, which would turn into a Civilization type game really, really well. And Crusader Kings actually has a Song of Ice and Fire mod that you can download, so there's already a kind of a teaser going on of what that would be like. Number 4, The Lies of Lockemora by Scott Lynch would make for an excellent kind of sneaky thief kind of game. Reminiscent of Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, and also the original Thief series. You have morally ambiguous characters, you have thievery, you have kind of a mob thing going on, and the setting is a kind of Venetian-inspired town, so there's just a lot to draw inspiration from. And finally, number 5 is Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon Maguire. And I think this book would make for an excellent visual novel. If you don't know what a visual novel is, it is basically a choose-your-own-adventure game genre that was first created in Japan, and it's very popular there. So there are a lot of Japanese game companies that actually do nothing but visual novels, for example Nitro Shiral. And I think Every Heart a Doorway would work really well as a visual novel, because the story is set up in a way that is kind of slow-moving, very character-driven, and has a lot of different characters. So you would be able to have multiple kinds of endings depending on what choices you take down the path. I think the story that was in the book would actually work a lot better in this format. And those were my picks for this week's topic. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!